I can't wait to talk about us getting burned alive.
What time is the sun? Who texted me? Oh, stupid CVS. Stop texting me. What time is the sunset today? Great question to me.
Great question, Dara.
Okay, so the sunset is at 8:29 p.m. and the last light is at 9:01. We still got 2 hours and 3 minutes of till sunset, and then another like half an hour.
Sweet.
I love this having beer. Yes.
You're not.
What?
This is gonna be the last one of the day, and you're probably gonna hate me for it.
Cause the cliffhanger? Yeah. One day is not.
One day, the only day where it's not gonna be a cliffhanger is when the show's over.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, that's just the truth. Alright, let's do this.
Elizabeth! Hey! What's going on?
Oh no!
Oh, he's having traumatic flashbacks. And welcome back. We are going to talk about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 19, Death of the Undying. Damn. Good stuff happened in this episode.
It did!
Great stuff.
There's still some questions, because I'm concerned about some stuff, but...
As you should be. As you should be. This is mostly... Yeah, we are all in. A lot happens in this episode.
I think most of it's in Central City, right?
Yeah, most of it's in Central with Mustang's team. That's really where we're going to primarily spend our time.
And Al's there.
Today. And Al is there. It's really cool to see Alphonse get to do things, like, outside of Ed. Not that he's, like, ever necessarily playing second fiddle to Ed. Just, like, he's not, like, really a tag-along guy. But, like, they're a unit, and it's cool to get to see when they're apart, like, really having their own plots and getting to shine as characters.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. So last time we left off, we were like in a tower somewhere. You know, Hawkeye was there with their sniper, and Gluttony was there.
Right.
Remember Gluttony?
Yeah.
Yeah, he eats people.
He does.
Not sure if you remember this. His name is Gluttony because he likes to eat things. He's very good at it. And he is attacking Hawkeye.
Are you all done now?
That's fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
It's time to eat you.
I love you, Black Hayate.
Dogs for the win.
Stop it. That tickles.
Don't shoot the dog. Okay, the dog's okay.
So
we're concerned.
Yeah, we are concerned because I mean, she has her guns. She's like shooting him point blank in the head, and he's not bothered because he's a homunculus and he just regenerates and he's fine.
Does that mean like man-made stuff can't kill them a lot, no matter how much you do? Like, because like it feels like a gun can't kill them no matter how many times you shoot them.
I just think it's not enough damage at one time. I think like a large cannon bazooka, I think could probably do it.
Okay.
Like if you did it like a bajillion times, but like a handgun would take so many times. It would just take a long time instead of like, you know, melting in lava.
And then once they like regenerate, then like you're done.
Yeah.
Or you know, if you just like keep burning them alive a bunch of times.
Yeah, I think the idea is like destroy the entire body and keep destroying it in rapid succession.
Yeah.
I mean, because Bradley was doing hella damage on Greed just with the swords, so.
I guess because like that, I guess like guns kind of, I feel like are more like man-made than like a knife.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But so we don't really know fully the answer to that, at least at this time. So,
that's fine.
But anyway, yeah. But Hawkeye not lucking out with the gun thing, so. But she is momentarily saved by, I think, Black Hayate.
Yeah.
We love Black Hayate. That's Hawkeye's dog, and he's a good boy.
Bullet's gone. Goody, goody. I get to have dinner and dessert.
Die.
Get wrecked.
You're welcome.
I barely made it.
Colonel? Why the hell did you leave your post? No matter what happened to us, you could still have kept your involvement a secret. That was the whole idea, right? But you just come waltzing in here, plain as day. Are you a complete idiot?
Fair.
Yeah, fine. That's it. I'm an idiot. Happy?
And so he kind of intervenes. Mustang kind of panics because he's hearing this going on, and he's supposed to stay at his post because like that's his role in the whole thing. But of course he panics and like is like, I'm out of here. And
He
like,
doesn't want
goes.
another friend to die.
Exactly. Not one of his men.
Ladies.
Not one of his lady men. In the military, we're all men here. So
Manly men?
manly men. And also Fury is there. So Fury is the, one of Mustang's team. He's the guy who does the radios. He looks so much like a kid. He's not a kid, but he looks like a kid. Anyway, so the fight kind of continues. They get in a real bad spot, but Mustang comes in, saves the day. Yay! Awesome.
Hawkeye yells at him.
Hawkeye gets real pissed at him because you're like, yo, like you have to stay at your post, because the problem is now is that they know that the Ouroboros guys, they know someone's up with them, and just Mustang being near them means that he's implicating himself, and they, he's high ranking in the military. He's got to stay kind of clean so he can keep being that guy on the inside. But if he gets found out, then that's not going to bode well for him. So Hawkeye's pissed.
I just had a question about something, but it's at the end, so we'll
Okay.
talk about it later.
But Hawkeye is pissed because, that she was like, you should just let us go, and you still, like, you could have been good. But Mustang doesn't do that. Like, Mustang, we see this throughout the episode, like, he cares very much about his team, and he puts them top priority. Like, he comes off as kind of a prick, but he does really care about the people who work under him.
He's got to protect his lady Hawkeye.
Yeah, no, he's got to protect his whole team. I'll be very stern about that, despite my shippingness.
Colonel,
What is it?
thanks for saving us back there.
Tell me later. Let's just stay focused on the mission for now.
Sir.
Quick, get in!
No,
Yes,
don't look
sir.
at me.
Am I getting a sense?
Maybe.
Trying to go after Mr.
Fine.
It's fine.
So you ship them.
Maybe. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I'm only surprised because I thought it was going to be something gay.
In there. Seems to think it can hide from
You know
me.
why?
The
Yeah.
third
This
laboratory.
is you.
No, this is my favorite
This
straight
ties
ship.
them directly to the military. That's all we need.
But you
for
don't.
now.
You're not actually. But there's
Pulling
not going to be any confirmation except for fan art. There's fan art.
There's fan art. That is its
We found out what Cailin ship is.
Oh god, we found out my ship. Don't look at me. Don't at me.
You're not
I'm
alone.
full of shame.
You're not alone in this ship.
I'm certainly not.
But it's not. But it's not. So it's a non-canon ship. Debatable. Maybe.
We'll revisit that point at a later time because it's an interesting discussion. But just like we're operating on the assumption here, because I think it's also really important. Like the one thing I like about the dynamic of the two characters is that it's not like he's a man and she's a lady. It's like they're both very much just like they respect each other as like co-workers. So that's why I'm like very push, like, Mustang cares about his like team, and it doesn't become like a very like, it's not a very like gendered kind of dynamic. So I don't want to be like, ooh, I was a lady friend. Like, no, like we'll have time to talk about ship stuff, but like right now I think I'm like we're pushing the narrative that like he is just like very a good leader.
You know what kind of vibe I got from them after I realized like, oh, that's your ship?
Yeah.
Was Sam Neill and Laura Dern in Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Like that vibe of like they're
Okay.
definitely like they're both like professionals.
Yeah.
And they I think like respect each other, but there's like kind of that sense of like, are they doing it?
Yeah.
Are they?
And in that one they were not.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So yeah.
I just said that they were, but like it was either super casual or they were just like those people that like they're so together with like and like in sync that like you just can't tell.
Yeah, I think there's spots to talk about the relationship, but I think like right now the way we're talking about this is that like they're both people very dedicated to a cause. and they're doing their thing. So Mustang, he doesn't want any of his men to die, so he's going out there and he's putting himself, up front, even though it's not a great thing. So they have to get out of there. So they're following the Barry's human body, which is on the run.
Colonel, the target's on the move, sir.
Strike the camp, Sergeant.
Stop yelling,
Don't
Colonel.
leave a single trace.
And you stay right by the sergeant's side, Hayate.
Sir.
Who's this murderer?
You win.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Woo!
Just
Don't
let him
let him
chop
get
up his
away.
body.
He ain't going nowhere. My soul won't be able to rest. Not until I eviscerate that meatbag.
So they're trying to trace that back to the place that they need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Al shows up. And he's
Hi, Al.
like, hey! Jumps in the car, and they have a discussion about, like, yo, who was that guy?
So do you think we can expect another appearance from that blubber beast back there?
I doubt it. I scorched him off the ledge.
Yeah, and I shot him in the head, but he didn't really seem to mind.
He didn't have an Ouroboros tattoo, did he?
A tattoo? Well, actually, yeah. On his tongue.
In that case, you were probably dealing with a homunculus.
Watch it, Mustang!
Hold on a damn second. What are you saying, Al? That's just not possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Until I got kidnapped by a homunculus.
Poor Havoc.
He called himself Greed. One thing he told me is that nothing is impossible.
And Al kind of shares with everyone what the homunculus, what the homunculi are and what a homunculus is. They're very surprised about that because, like, the word homunculus has a certain connotation in alchemy, and he's like, who? What? But he kind of gets to share. It's like, yeah, if you shoot that guy, it will not kill him. That guy's coming back. I saw somebody get their head, like, cut off. They were fine momentarily after.
That psycho stormed the building.
Yep, it's our lucky day.
Huh?
Ah.
Out of my way! I don't
Barry
want
the
any
Chopper's
of
a
your boring old skin
good
and bones.
guy now?
I got me a special reunion.
Not
to get
really.
to.
He's just the guy that's around.
He's working on our side.
Yeah.
All personnel must evacuate immediately. Colonel, stay back. The man who broke in is a deranged murderer. My men will handle his capture. Order your guards to seal off the exits. Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go. LFG, let's go.
Oh, I love this. Mustang's like crap.
Yeah. So, Human Berry ends up in one of the alchemical laboratories.
It doesn't look like anybody's used this lab in a
So he
while.
clearly has not had sex with his girlfriend yet.
What is this stuff?
I have no idea. But whatever they did here was painful for someone.
Well, now, I am just shocked.
This is fine.
Oh no! Don't break his little
It's
heart.
bad enough that you stood me up on our date. And now you point a gun at me?
Whoop.
You've got some nerve.
But she's got the thingy.
Solaris? What's going on?
Hey, Havoc.
Don't
Your
put.
girl's got the tattoo.
Yeah, first I've seen it, sir.
Quit
Anime moment?
It's not very
Ba-boom?
We get led to one of the central laboratories, and they go through there. So they're basically trying to chase everything down. Mustang's giving orders like, "Hey, we got this. Y'all secure the building. Don't we got this. Just make sure no one else gets in.
It's fine.
Nothing gets in, nothing gets out." And so they get to a point where they need to split up because splitting up always works.
I mean, this
never
time
leads to bad
it's
things.
not terrible.
No, it's actually not terrible this time. So Mustang and Havoc go one direction, Hawkeye and Al go another direction, and then we kind of follow Gene, Havoc, and Mustang, and which is fine. Totally cool. Nothing bad happens except Gene's girlfriend shows up.
Oh
Isn't
my
that fun? It's like, oh my god, what a coincidence. What are you doing here? But if you remember, his girlfriend is Lust, one of the homunculi.
And she's not even like hiding where she's like, "Hey, I'm here."
Right, she's like, yo, what's up? And yes. And of course, if we remember her before, she was like covering up before. So like now Jean never noticed before that she had the Ouroboros tattoo. He's like, I'm seeing it now. But we also find out that Havoc is a boob man.
His weakness is his boobs.
His weakness is
and
his boobs.
And to be fair to Lust, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Lust.
She did a good rack.
She had fantastic titties.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And there was like one anime moment where they were just like, boom.
Because it's really interesting because one of the things I really love about Fullmetal Alchemist is that we never go into like pointless fan service. It's never like, ooh, sexy. Or it's not like, we don't have the stupid pervert character, which is a trope I hate in anime. I hate the pervert trope. I'm looking at you, Mineta. Fucking great man. I'm gonna get you.
Are you?
If I could, I would. Don't worry about it. So we don't really see it, but that it adds to the comedy of like when that's mentioned. We have a comedic moment where like less boobs do have like the anime physics where they usually don't. So in that moment, it's very funny. So I do appreciate that, but I also really very much appreciate Fullmetal Alchemist, especially even having a character named Lust. Lust is never like doesn't fall into the classic anime like fan servicey moments, being like, oh, accidentally like like an upskirt shot, or
it's like I'm not
boobs just like in your face.
It's like, what if I just like went over to the gate guys and oops, my bosoms pop out.
Right. It's never like comedic being like, oh, somebody accidentally roped her, which is a trope in a lot of anime, which I can't stand.
I would love it if like somebody accidentally did it and then she just like stabbed them with her hands.
Right, like that would be funny. But no, like I mean, we can probably talk about this at the end, just talk about like Lust's character, because I do there's stuff to admire besides the tits.
Spoiler alert. She dead.
Yeah, she doesn't come back after this.
Tell me, do you know who Maze Hughes is?
Oh, yes, he was quite the intelligent man, wouldn't you agree? I only wish I'd had the opportunity to pick his brain.
See that?
On your knees. I want to know everything.
Sorry to say.
Yep.
But it's gonna take more than you're capable of to make me get on my knees.
We need some
No patience for this.
We need some dip.
Merciless. Did you pick that up in Ishval? Huh?
Hot.
You're a homunculus.
Yes!
Indeed. How very astute of you, Jean.
But anyway, yeah, so like Lust is here and they realize, this is bad news. And so they kind of, realize they are not in a great situation there. But Lust takes this opportunity because she basically thinks that, like, y'all ain't getting out alive. Here, let me tell you a secret.
But I doubt you've seen this one.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Take a good look, boys.
Hello?
It's a philosopher's stone.
Mm-hmm.
I was created with this stone at my core. It's not just a legend, it's my heart.
You're a monster.
So kill the stone.
That was uncalled for.
Forget
I
the
do
stone.
have feelings. Apart from a few things, I was
They all
made
were.
nearly identical to you.
What?
I am human.
I've got a funny feeling the only reason you're telling us this is because you don't plan on letting us live.
Yep. It's such a shame.
Oh no!
She actually, like, pries open her chest to show
Third tit.
The secret titty. No, a philosopher's stone.
So is that all of the homunculi?
Yeah.
Okay, but we didn't see one with greed.
No, it was the juice. It was red. Oh no! I can't believe I got booped on my own show.
I already did that at the
I know
beginning.
you did.
But you deserved it then.
That's fair.
So they're all made of philosopher's stones,
Yes.
but like as we've stated, that a philosopher's stone can be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
It can be destroyed, and also like it's not like there's not like a one philosopher's stone. It's like you can make one.
Yeah. So it's like the idea that because a philosopher's stone is made out of human lives, if you take lives out of it, it will eventually be out of lives. So we'll just like. So that's why I think Bradley made the comment to Greed. It's like, how many lives you got left? It's because Greed has a ton of lives in that philosopher's stone, and he was just like,
So really, they can all technically, like, I don't know, like, not necessarily they can age, but, like, if you...
No. Yeah.
If you take away all the lives, then, like, they're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're done, so.
So that's hence the terms. So I guess, like, a gun is not gonna... You need like, a lot of bullets.
Right. Like we're...
Like, a handgun's not gonna
like
do it.
Like, a lot of... I don't know the number of lives, but just assume it's a lot.
And probably, like, the only reason... I think the only way, like, a handgun could do that is if you had enough bullets.
But you would need to restock a lot.
You need to shoot them, like, in the head or the heart constantly. Yeah. And you make sure they wouldn't regenerate.
Yeah.
Cause, like,
which is difficult to do.
Well, if they regenerate, does that mean, like, their lives are back? Or, like, once, like, you shoot them in the head, like, the lives are gone?
It's taking, like, they're using the energy from the lives to, like, heal their wounds.
So that also kind of
so it's like, they're like, it's just like zapping their, like, HP.
But it takes
slowly.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
It does.
I hope I explained that.
It actually does. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. So she, like, Les kind of gives them an insight, be like,
oh my god.
Oh my god. And Roy's like, you don't think we're gonna get out of here alive? I was like, absolutely freaking not.
Too slow.
Nope. And he's useless in the water.
That's fair.
Oh no, did I get your ignition glove all wet? Silly me.
Just run. That's fair.
I too want to make men run in fear.
With her freaky fingers. No, she made a big mistake. She flooded the room with water. A simple transmutation and we've got hydrogen gas.
Whee! Remember, kids, smoking kills.
They're fine.
They're fine.
I think. But... So
Roy they shoot her, they realize that's not going to do much. Roy puts on his gloves, and then Lust kind of destroys a pipe, and it rains. And as we know, because of just the material in Roy's gloves, because that's what helps make the spark, that's once it's wet, it doesn't make the spark anymore.
Yeah.
So have we explained how Mustang's alchemy works before?
It's on gloves.
Yeah, so it's, well, the glove has the transmutation circle.
Yeah.
And then the gloves are made of a special material that if you use enough friction, it will create a spark.
Yeah.
So he doesn't use his alchemy to create fire, he uses it to enhance fire.
Yeah.
So, just a refresher for everybody. This will come in handy later.
Uh-huh.
It will be on the quiz. But they're fighting against Lust. They have to figure out how that's all gonna work. But here's the thing, Lust's special power, she's the ultimate spear, so she's real good at stabbing stuff.
Yeah.
So she stabs everyone.
Well, there's also the point, because they realize that, like, wasn't there the point where Mustang is like, we can blow up the room?
Yeah.
Because it was like a gas thing.
because there's water in the room, he's like, wait a minute, we can transmute this into, like, gas, which is like a really simple alchemical thing, and then we can use, because Havoc is a very avid smoker, he's always got a lighter on him.
Yeah.
So that will come in handy later, Chekhov's lighter, and he uses that to absolutely blow up the room that Lust is in, and yeah, it's cool. It's fun. And then they think they got her. It's gonna be okay.
Crap. This was a gift from one of my ex-girlfriends.
Gene.
How big are her boobs?
Man. Hey, Colonel, you mind giving me a light here?
Honey.
You're all wet.
Yeah, well, those things will kill you, you know that?
Yes?
Yes, they will.
I definitely
But they can die via lava, right?
For sure, sir.
That's how Greed died.
It's more of like excessive killing.
By now.
You mean from that time you
Deb?
spent in Ishval?
For all we know, she could still regenerate. So stay alert.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Oh! So he dead.
Havoc!
He's not doing great.
Why did they say in there?
Havoc, hang in there.
Don't kid yourself.
But as they're trying to, like, go out, investigate, figure out what's going on, she goes back.
She just ran.
Yeah. She just she regenerates and then stabs Havoc in the back.
So he's not dead yet. Allegedly
not dead yet.
Okay,
correct. I think
he looked kind of dead. He looked like
he did look kind of dead.
He should probably go to the hospital.
The last they verbally say is that he was bleeding out, so he's not. That didn't automatically kill him. But like, it ain't looking great.
No.
You're a dead man.
No, he's not.
Give up. There's nothing you can do that'll kill me.
Then you won't mind if I borrow this.
Whoa!
I needed to save Havoc.
So she dead?
I don't know that much about medicinal alchemy, but this should amplify my abilities.
Or she'll just regrow around it.
Seems like you should buy a girl dinner first before you stick your hand in her chest.
You probably get the.
Oh, he got stabbed too.
This is fine.
Everyone's getting stabbed. Yay! It's fine. Nothing's wrong.
Your Excellency.
Oh no!
Things just got worse.
And they were already terrible.
Roy does try to like reach in and grab the Philosopher's Stone from her,
which he does.
Which he does, and he's like, "Oh, should have got the stone." But because that, like, it's not just like she's a body with a stone in it. Like the stone is her. So she just forms back around the stone. Like, that ain't it. Nah, you can't kill me. And then she stabs Roy. Yeah. So ripperoonie.
I was like kind of like I wasn't like too concerned because it looked like where he was stabbed, that might have been like an area where the only thing that would kill you is if you bled out. So I'm kind of like, all right, like hopefully he can like
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have, I feel like it would have been kind of jarring to just have Mustang die right there. I feel like that would have been a moment where we've been like, wow, no one is safe. Some shows you need a moment where like no one is safe, but
you know what we think that like he probably wasn't gonna die was the fact that I realized your ship and like
I don't know. I have some bad ship taste sometimes, so like
no, I guess I was thinking because like and like obviously since like you've seen the show and you ship them, I thought there was gonna be like more to the ship than what we saw, and there was a good amount, which we got obviously I got the idea from that. But I'm like there has to be like some more, so I'm like okay, he can't be dead yet.
Yeah. I'm sorry I gave it away. And so, but we also see if we go outside of the laboratory, somebody shows up and is like ready to go inside. It's Fierkin Bradley, which like everything just went from bad to worse. Yeah. Because we know that guy is not on our side. And we also don't need him knowing that like Mustang is this heavily involved into things. It's not gonna bode well for anybody.
Right. I had a point about I might wait till the very end.
So okay, sure. We'll do that. But anyway, so Les kind of leaves the area. Oh. Interesting.
Sorry, but you got here too late. Look at this mess. My body is damn near entirely decayed. I guess a body just can't hold up with someone else's soul being shoved inside of it.
That's exactly what Al needed to hear.
If a soul is incompatible with another person's body, wouldn't it be the same for a soul bonded to a suit of armor?
Don't think about it.
If that's right, there's no guarantee I'll be able to stay in this form long enough to get our old bodies back.
No, well, Barry's been there for a while.
Yeah, it's okay, Al. Don't worry about it. And meanwhile, we're gonna go to what Hawkeye and Al are doing, and we end up in this really like weird white room that looks very much like the door, the gate where Truth hangs out. So it's like a little drawing. We're just like, hey, why is everything white? This feels weird. But Barry is there kind of with his human form, and he says, hey, you know what? I guess some souls can reject some bodies. This guy didn't go well because we kind of saw earlier that the human body is decaying. Yeah. Because it's kind of rejecting what's inside of it. It's not actually like living. So the thing is like slowly dying. So it looked like human Barry just straight up kind of gave out. And he's like, I guess some souls don't fit in different bodies, which gives Al another existential crisis because he's like, oh shit, does that mean that eventually like the body that I'm using right now could reject me?
Barry, stop giving this kid existential crises.
Barry is so good at doing this.
But he didn't even mean to do that.
He didn't even try.
But also like I would say like, well, Barry's been alive for God knows how long.
Yeah.
So like if it is gonna at least like I think you have enough time to like hopefully find out.
Figure out how to get your body back, and then we'll go from
there.
Right,
and even if like you don't, like maybe it'll wear out by the time that Ed dies, and then you'll just both be dead. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but it does raise a question because we're kind of going back and forth on this because in a previous episode that we watched today, Al was like, you know, if this is the cost of getting our bodies back, like maybe I don't even want mine back, because if like, and the cost of the human lives that are being sacrificed to like, you know, get this information, and then but now he's like, oh, am I on limited time? Like, you know, even if you chose to sustain that, would it even be possible? So yeah, Al's having a rough go of things. He's always having a rough go.
Well, hopefully nothing bad will happen after that.
I hope nothing bad happens later. Anyway, so Lust shows up.
Hi.
I was wondering when you were gonna show up, Lusty.
Number 66. Care to explain why you're helping the Colonel?
I thought it'd be fun to switch things up. Besides,
fine.
I've wanted to chop you up since I met you.
You're such a handful, 66. And I'm sad to see you here, Armor Boy. You just had to tag along. Talk about a setback. It's bad enough to lose one, but now you're forcing me to kill a second candidate.
Candidate? A second one?
Yeah, you and Mr. Gallantry.
That's enough of the casual chit-chat, Lust. All I want to hear from you is screaming!
Oh no!
Bye, Barry.
Bye.
Bye, Barry.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you, Barry. Hey, Lust, how's it going? And Barry seems to recognize Lust and is like, oh my god, it's Lusty! And Lust calls him
like, hey,
by
girl.
his number. Yeah, he calls him by not his name, but his number, which is 66, because that's what, in the lab, all those guys went by their numbers, their prisoner numbers, and not actually their names. We like to use their names because we're not inhuman monsters. They are. So, but yes, so Les is like, yo, why did you just change sides? And Barry's like, I don't know. Just wanted to change pace.
That's
interesting.
Fair.
So it is fair. It is fair. Because, like, honestly, what else is he supposed to do? He's just here for however long. Might as well do something interesting. Barry goes to attack Lust, but is very quickly. Body is decimated. So, good night, Barry. We'll talk to you soon. And Lust also says something about how she's not.
Now then, where were we? I think I was about to send the lieutenant to join her superior.
Murder.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not fine.
Wait a minute. So when you said you'd already had to kill someone, it can't be. You didn't. You bitch!
Oh, it's sad.
That's why you shipped them.
A little bit. Not exclusive.
So if you keep killing them, then they die.
Eventually. Like, thrilled to see Al there because Al is on the list of potential of candidates for human sacrifice. And
even though he's not a human.
Yeah, and he's got a soul.
I know, there's no body.
But yeah, he doesn't have a physical body. So, like, what does that mean? That's a great question.
I mean, it's like,
what does that mean?
I mean, in fact, we're trying to, like, the thing we are trying to figure out is, like, why do they need people who've seen the truth?
Yeah. But also they make a comment that Mustang would be a good candidate, too. So, that...
Did he see the truth? Well, he didn't.
I don't think... No. He did not. But there's something about him that still seems to... that might qualify.
Is it that he's hot? Or he just...
It's... You either have to have seen God or be sexy. And that's all you really need to be a human sacrifice. It's very... You wouldn't believe how hard it is to find people that fit either of those categories. Anyway, so Les kind of makes an offhanded comment that, like, ah, man, too bad. It'd be a real shame to kill two valuable people today. Anyway, and so eventually, like, Riza catches on, is like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
You'll kill my boyfriend.
Stop. No. It's just like, hey, do you mean that he's like dead? And I was like, huh, yeah. And the reason just like fucking loses her shit.
She's like, you bitch.
Yeah, she's like, you're bad. Such a good moment. Because like, here's the thing about Hawkeye is that we've seen her all throughout this point. She's got a poker face at all times. She does not get emotional. She's very good she sticks to the mission. She gets mad at other people for not sticking to the mission. So like, she knows that she's supposed to carry out what she's got to carry out. And so we don't really see her like we don't really see that facade like crack at all until like this moment.
Yeah.
And we get to see like where her like weak point is and where she just like absolutely loses her shit. So she just kind of unravels, just unloads every gun that she has in her possession. And she's not doing great. She's not, I mean, she's a great shot. She's good at shooting.
Yeah,
but she's like emotionally not having a good time right now. So she's a little incapacitated. So as kind of Lust goes in for the kill, but our buddy Al.
Stand up, Lieutenant. You need to get out of here.
Do you want me to kill you first? Oh my. It appears you've opened the portal.
Oh.
Such a shame. You are a perfect candidate.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Alphonse. Leave me and save yourself.
No.
Run! I won't! Go! I won't leave you!
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of watching people die, and I can't just sit back and take it anymore. I won't let anyone else get killed, not when I can protect them.
Oh, Al, I love you. Alphonse Elric saves the day.
Yay.
He protects people, and he makes a comment. He's like, he doesn't want to see any more friends die.
Yeah.
So he puts his whole body out there, and he looks like an absolute badass doing it. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Al, we love you. I love Alphonse so much. Anyway, but Hawkeye tells Al, she's like, just leave. She's like, leave me. I'm here. I'm doing my thing. Get out of here. Like she's like on the ground, and she's just like, just leave me. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. He's had his own fair share of watching women he knows die horribly.
Well, I mean, there's just like his mom.
Yeah.
And Nina.
Yep. And Martel and
yeah. We didn't really care about Martel.
He still cares. He didn't really know her. But
and like
he
he
cares
did
about
try to
people.
control his body.
Yeah. But still was a rough way to die.
But he got the truth.
He did, yeah. But still, somebody had to die.
And, sometimes we have to make sacrifices. It's fine.
We do. But here's some good news, Dara.
Well spoken. I couldn't agree more.
What happened?
My man's back, baby.
How?
Looks like I can get you on your knees after all.
Gross.
Nice.
Hot.
He's using the flint for ignition, and he carved a transmutation circle into his hand.
Badass, that's why.
How did he live? I guess
Death by now.
I seared the wound closed.
Nice.
I came close to passing out from the pain. You told me I couldn't kill you, but I'd like to try and prove you wrong.
Mustang's here. He shows up. He saves the day.
All shirtless and bloodied?
He shows up like his shirt's ripped open because he was stabbed through the gut. And so he's so dramatic. What he does, he carves a transmutation circle on the back of his hand.
Oh, I didn't really find that dramatic. I was just thinking like...
No, I wasn't gonna. He carves a transmutation on the back of his hand, and then he uses, so he still has...
Oh, we break.
It's rough.
Oh.
God, this is such a badass scene. Havoc's lighter, and then he uses it to like sear the wound shut. He's like, I almost passed out from the pain. And I'm like, oh my god, Roy, we get it, Roy. I mean, he is a badass, but
I thought he meant he just like did that because like there wasn't anything else he could do at that point.
Yeah, I mean that's what he did. He's like, he's sitting there bleeding out, and he's like doing arts and crafts.
So the lighter does work still.
Sort of. The lighter works, yes. So that's why And so recall, like, as I talked about how Mustang's alchemy works before, it's because he's able to make a spark and then do that with the glove, because the glove has both the transmutation circle and the thing that can create a spark. Now he has his, on the skin, the thing he can, the transmutation circle, and then he has the fire source, which is the lighter. So that's how he's able to get back and doing stuff. And then he just, like, incinerates Lust.
So, like,
repeatedly.
Multiple times.
So, yeah. It's great.
So she dead.
Yeah.
So, like, dead.
She gets hosed down with flames. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. Like, Lust is gone, guys.
Rip.
Goodbye, Lust.
I hate losing. But there are worse ways to die than at the hands of a man like you. I love how cold and focused your eyes are. I look forward to the day when those eyes will be wide with agony.
So she's dead.
She's gone.
Stone!
It's coming.
No!
It's gone.
So now 2 of the Sins are dead.
Yeah.
And we still haven't met one of them.
True.
Or halfway.
Great question, Dara. Great. Man, I can't wait. Oh my god, sorry, I'm thinking about stuff in the future that is really
Fullmetal Alchemist.
So fucking good. Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, so Mustang goes ham. And
then it's just like, bleh. Hospital.
Colonel!
Yeah, he needs it desperately.
Are you alright?
Forget about me. We need to get you some help.
Thanks, Alphonse. Thank you for looking after my subordinate.
Yeah, sure. We need to call you a doctor.
Oh, yeah. Hurry. Call a doctor.
Where's the mirror?
Right there.
Please.
He's like, not today. Yeah, it just kind of collapses there.
There?
And
then his lady comes to him.
Stop! Don't do this.
This is your fault.
No, I specifically stated that I did not want this referred to as such because it takes away what I actually like about the ship. So don't do this to me. Don't just watch me. Just let me do my thing.
I think for today I'm gonna do it.
That's fair.
And maybe next time, but only if I forget. That is my promise. If I forget, like if I do it, it's probably because I forgot, not because I'm doing it for
Yeah. Red just like collapses. And they're like, hey, if you need a doctor, he's like, yeah, Havoc needs a doctor. He's over there somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Also, maybe I need a doctor too. But like, make sure the other guy gets the doctor. So he cares very much about his team. And it's fine. And also outside, kind of listening in on this is Fear Bradley.
Yeah.
So like, he knows things.
Right.
Now.
This was my question. Though.
Yeah.
But can like he like kind of like show he can't really show his cards and be like he knows, right? Not to the military. Like he can't like demote. I mean, maybe he can't demote Mustang.
He could find an excuse to demote Mustang. But
then the whole team would go with him.
Yeah. No good deed goes unpunished. I guess I'll say there's like there will be
ramifications.
There will be some ramifications to things.
Right, but I'm thinking like they can't. So they would need to find a whole other excuse. Mm-hmm. For this, because like if the fear is just kind of like, oh, I'm bringing it down because of like this thing, it's kind
right.
of like,
it's
how
like, because of the homunculi. And the what? And he's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's who said anything about homunculi?
Right, because like it's like, oh, like I can't really like do that without showing my cards.
Yes,
because I don't know how much. I don't know if Mustang. I don't even know if anybody actually really knows like how far up this goes.
Yeah, they have an idea, but they don't know yet that
They're being ruled by a deadly sin.
Yeah, they don't know that
yet.
Today, maybe someday. Actually, I forget when that all comes to light.
That's fine.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
The end?
Not quite. So a couple other things that happen is so.
Ridder, you're not gonna believe what happened.
Ridder, yeah.
It's all right.
Some wild shit just happened.
Hey.
Aw.
I'm home now.
What happened to us?
Moron! Welcome back!
There.
Okay.
No.
Thanks. Well,
Everyone's fine?
Al goes back to the hotel. Winry is there. So they kind of have a moment where, you know, Winry gets upset, but then she just kind of ends up laughing because, like, you know, at least everyone's okay. Yeah. Al's arm falls off. Like, Al also, like, while he's getting absolutely, like, shredded by, like, Lust, he loses the jaw part of his armor. His arm falls off. Like, he's not having a great time. Yeah. But he's doing his best, and Al's just a good kid. And I don't know how else to talk about him. I love him. And then we get, like, a really interesting scene.
Way too damn close. I hope someone can fix me. I'd rather not live my life as sheet metal. Oh, what the? How the hell are you still alive?
Why didn't you chop him up?
Hey. Oh no, put me down right now. I've got a second chance to terrorize the city. You're gonna ruin everything. No, don't do it. Wait. No, stop.
Oh. Oh.
They were reunited. In the White Chamber, where Barry actually, the transportation circle was not destroyed.
So he's actually still alive.
So the blood seal, that was not a blood seal, just the regular seal was not destroyed. So he's actually still alive, but he's just really only able to control that like that little piece of metal that he's on. He's like, man, I don't want to be scrap metal for my whole life. But then it also turns out his human body wasn't fully dead. So it, of course, being drawn to the soul part of him, comes over and like just starts like messing with the thing, and it ends up just scratching away the seal and kills Barry the Chopper, and soon the human body follows. So
we dead.
So Barry's gone, guys. Rip Barry.
Bye, Barry.
Bye, Barry. You're fun. Barry's such a fun character. Barry's messed up, but
enjoy the butcher shop in the sky where they allow cannibalism.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure he's going to heaven, Dara. I don't think he's going there.
I think the only person who's died so far within like this timeline, that is going to heaven is Hughes.
Yeah. Yes. And Ed,
you're not gonna believe what happened.
And so wild shit just went down. I sure hope there's no cliffhangers. But we get to see Ed. It's been a minute since we've seen.
He's definitely
Ed.
in this episode, and like
but it gets to be it's a Mustang and Al kind of episode. So
yeah, it's just
we
like,
love that.
We got to make sure like Ed's okay, like Ed's alive, he's still okay, and like that's it, nothing else. It's fine.
Right, exactly. So Ed comes back to Risenbull, and it's fine. And because he wants to go up to like Granny's house and have a good time. But it turns out there's someone just like hanging out by his mother's grave.
Papa?
Papa? Oh God, is that my daddy issues? Oh God.
Is it?
Hey.
That's some weird music.
Hohenheim.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
Let it all out. Let it all out. It's Papa Elric.
Papa?
Papa! Van Hohenheim himself is here. And we don't know what happens next because the episode ends there.
This is the cliffhanger I don't really mind.
Yeah. It just means next time we have something fun to do.
Like meet Papa and see why he is the way he... Why did you leave your children?
What's it?
Why did you leave your children?
Great question. We'll find out maybe one day, possibly.
Is it
not today?
Is it my philosophy that like there was a reason behind it and not just you're a horrible person? I would like that because at least it's interesting besides the fact that like I'm just a terrible person.
Yeah. No, Hohenheim's a cool character.
It's not like pushing
he's
dates.
Complicated, but
it's not like pushing dates with like Ned's father, where like he was kind of just a terrible person. The end.
The end. Dara, what'd you think of this episode?
Fine, I guess I won't put a horse plushie in your bed tonight.
They were good episodes, Dara. A lot happened.
Right, and also like I wasn't horribly upset. A lot was revealed, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
The people that I thought were stupid turned out not to be stupid, which I'm happy about.
We love that.
And it was an okay cliffhanger.
It was an acceptable cliffhanger. It's like, oh, okay, that's a way to end it. I love this episode.
Yeah,
it's a great episode. I think about the Mustang like coming back being like, I'm ready to fuck you up, and killing Lust is so good. It's just so good. Also, we have a moment with my ship, and I'm not going to talk about it, but like, so good.
I know you love it when there is a ship on the water and it can just sail away.
It'll be fine. I really love Hawkeye's one of my favorite characters. And I think she's fantastic in this episode because like we just see her being like who she is, which is a badass. Like she sticks to the plan. She does like she's dedicated. She gets it done. She's very reliable. But I love characters like that. And then the few moments where I see them absolutely just like fall apart, I eat that shit up. So it's a very good episode for me and one of my favorite characters. It's a
you okay?
It's good stuff. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. Let's see.
Is there any trivia that you can tell me without spoiling anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see because I wanted to see because there's a thing that I'm thinking of that I want to see if somebody says it better than me, but I might have to go looking for that, so I might need a second. But I will read some trivia in the meantime and then circle back and talk about some stuff I really like. This episode is adapted from content in chapters 38, 39, and 41. The symbols in this episode title card are Mustang's flame alchemy sigil along with the Ouroboros. Okay. Mustang's comment regarding the way human fat disperses into the air and sticks to his lips when a body has been incinerated nearby is altered in this episode because that's a really fucked up thing to say. Instead, he claims to confirm Lust's incineration by the smell. Yeah, that's messed up. That's messy. That's so messy. Ling and Lanfan's joint battle against Envy and Gluttony is omitted from this episode. Interesting. Also, apparently in the manga there was a mention of pride, but we don't see that here. There's a slight continuity error in this episode. Previously, Hawkeye had shot Barry's human body through the right hand. In this episode, when the body grabs the plate at the end, there is no wound. Despite in the same shot in the manga, it is still bleeding quite heavily.
Yay!
How dare you? Oh, the preview for this episode was written so as to mislead viewers into thinking that Hawkeye was the one to whom the episode's ominous title was referring to. Interesting. That's fun. I love screwing with people like that. Only when I know what the true ending is. This is the only episode in English in which someone, specifically Lust, correctly pronounces Havoc's first name as the French equivalent of John rather than Jean. So it's spelled Jean.
Is it Jean or John?
It's, well, like in French you would say Jean. But I think it said Jean. Like across the board, it's Jean. But like, this is another instance where I think in Japanese, Jean. Wait, no! That's so funny. You're telling me the fucking hold on. I'm going on a rabbit hole right now. Just let me go. Just let me go on. Just gonna go on the rabbit hole.
Okay.
Yeah, John. Oh my god, that's so funny. Because I thought this was a thing of like where it's spelled one way and said another, and like because of the katakana. No, his name is supposed to be said Jean.
Okay.
And they say Jean in the English dub. Guys, I trusted you. Because I just went back and read the katakana for that.
Well, how many Jeans do you know that spell it with the? Because it spells with a J, right?
Yeah.
How many Jeans do you know spell with a J?
Not many. It's usually Gene for like.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It's J.
It's supposed to be Jean. It's supposed to. Yeah, his name's supposed to be Jean.
Okay.
They say Jean. Oh my god. Now I'm annoyed. Anyway. Good stuff. Let's see.
Anyway, trivia.
Oh, shit. I think that was it. No, it's not. This episode received a TVMA rating when it aired on Adult Swim. I wonder why. Not because somebody was incinerated to death.
It was only homunculus.
This episode marks the death of Lust as well as the death of Barry the Chopper.
Rip.
Rest in peace, Lust. We hardly knew ye.
We did know ye.
Yes. Okay. This is what I wanted. I want to talk about Lust for a second.
Okay.
We all have it. No, that's not what I wanted to say. No, I really like Lust as a character. I think I mentioned this before because like we could have gone the route of making it like a character who like lusts after things, making her be like, I want to, just making her very like sexual in that having constant sexual relationships or outwardly desiring sexual relationships. In the way that like Gluttony always wants to eat, or like Greed was like, I want stuff. And we don't really see that with Lust. Like it's more of like she possesses a body that people lust after, and she just uses that to her advantage, but never even like sexually. It's just very funny how much like Lust never has to perform a sexual act to like, and it just never does.
Yeah.
And I think that's so good and fun, and something I really appreciate that because it's so easy. Like I feel like it's so uninspired to be like oh, it's gotta constantly be banging, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I mostly don't want to see that. And then just have her portrayed the way she does. I'm like, this is why Hiromu Arakawa, I owe you my life, amongst many other reasons. But I really like that part of her character. And we never see like, besides like the one comedic moment of like the jiggle mechanics, like it's never over the top and it doesn't feel like overly fan servicey. We're just like femme fatale, sexy lady, and her ultimate whatever is just like her nails. Like it's like, oh, she got long fingernails. So I just like really appreciate that aspect of Lust's character.
Yeah,
she sucks. But
like her power isn't fucking people to death.
Yeah.
It's finger stabby.
Because I'm on Lust's wiki page right now, and this one I really like. It's Lust's death at the hands of Roy Mustang could be direct reference to Dante Alighieri's epic poem The Divine Comedy, wherein the lustful are tossed about by fiery winds while in hell and purified by passing through walls of intense flame while on the seventh terrace of purgatory. So I get it. The way you overcome your lust is to basically be like put through fire, and so this lust was put through fire.
Burn our loins?
Yes. Set them on fire. Don't do that.
I wasn't gonna.
Don't do that. But I really like that. It's so good. And let's see. Oh, we talked about this before, I think. Brian Konietzko stated that he was fine with saying that Asami Sato's design was influenced by Lust and is flattered by the fact that most people would think so, as Lust is such a killer design.
Yeah.
He did, however, say that he used Lust's lipstick color for Asami. So.
Okay.
So obviously she wasn't completely like taken from.
It was
Lust,
mainly like the hair.
She does have like those elements because Lust is a killer design,
right? Because like Asami's not really. Is also like Asami's also not like a sexual character.
No, yeah,
and like is actually like less like looks like less sexual than Lust is.
Yeah. So yeah, Lust is a very interesting character. Also, like, is oft pretty early in comparison with the 2003 anime. Lust has a very different role in that one, which is fun. Again, would recommend checking it out sometime. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about that episode. Any other thoughts, Dara?
Are we fine?
We're fine. We're doing great.
Like, I think compared to the last couple times that we recorded, I feel like satisfied with where we're at right now.
Yes, I feel good. I do. I love the show. I love the show so much. Just like my shirt says, Elmo's just checking in. How's everyone doing?
That was the best thing ever. Where people were just like, not good, Elmo. I'm not doing good.
Not great. I'd be like, that's fair.
And I'm like, guys, don't trauma dump to a 3.5-year-old Muppet.
Yeah, he ain't got time for that. Let's see.
He also doesn't have the mental capacity.
All right, we're going to read, it's time for a comment corner. We're going to read the comments from episode 11. Remember, if you leave us comments, we will read them, so do it.
Please.
Oh my god. All right, so Zom comments and says, I forget what this is in reference to. Because episode 4 was their first episode because
that was TV. He said when we were talking with the episode with the Chimera, mentioned that was the first. I think that was the first episode of Friends. Only took them 3 months. Yeah. And we're like, why was that your first?
Because episode 4 was the first episode because they caught it on TV. Wow, crazy thing to like. Can you imagine just scrolling through the channels?
That seems like a weird episode.
Like channel surfing and then just like stopping and it's like, oh, what a cute little girl, and then all of a sudden it's just not anymore.
That seems like a weird episode to have play on TV.
Yeah. There's someone else comments, which I believe it's Chaser Andalo. It for some reason not showing me like your regular like screen name. It's showing me like your @ So I'm sorry. I'm doing my best here. It says, love this episode. It really shows Winry's own strengths and displays just how much respect for life the Elric brothers have from the rest of Rush Valley episode. Love that. Yes, it's really good. Winry is very good. She's just very good.
Yeah.
And then let's read the comments from episode 12. Nice. Sam says, teacher is a great character with such a sad backstory. Also says, oh yeah, it's the housewife's introduction. We love Izumi here. Chaser also comments and says, for the disproportionate amounts of body parts taken by Truth, it's because they were attempting to transmute a human at different ages. Izumi was a full-grown woman trying to resurrect an infant, so only some of her body was taken, while Edward and Alphonse, 2 young kids, were trying to resurrect a full-grown adult, and thus more was required while they individually had less to give. So all of Alphonse was taken plus Ed's leg to cover it. The knowledge is included in the cost, but the size of the transmutation affects how much sacrifices are.
Okay.
So thank you for that explanation.
I think I read that comment first and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But the way like you kind of say it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So thank you for saying that. So, oh my gosh. It's been a long day of recording, but I'm excited. I love Fullmetal Alchemist.
A lot happened
I love these
today.
episodes. I love everything. Not really, but I love everything about the show. I do. It's such a great show. I think we should call it there. Anything else?
Next time we're gonna talk to Papa.
Next time we're gonna talk to Papa Elric, and hopefully he's nice. He seemed
I don't know if he's nice. I think he's probably traumatized.
Probably. He looks like such an Eeyore. I'm looking at this screen preview. Oh, Hohenheim. Anyway, so if you enjoyed watching us today, I hope you did. I hope it wasn't too much of a train wreck dumpster fire, but that's just who I am as a person. Anyway, you can follow us on a variety of social media. Remember, you can like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Leave us some comments. We read the comments on the show, and you can figure out when we're dropping new episodes. You can also follow us on other sites such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Till it's banned.
Yes, we are at Witty Close on there. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We are First Reaction, Fan Reaction, or Witty Close Productions on there. You can send us an email, wittyclose@gmail.com. Not sure why you would want to, but we're welcome to anyway. And you can also follow us on Patreon, where we got some cool perks there.
Yeah, like live streams, monthly live streams, spin-off show, early access, something else when we think about it.
Yeah, hang out with us and our buddies on a monthly live stream. It's a really good time. Would recommend joining us for that.
I think we should probably also mention, because I think maybe by the time this episode comes out, it'll be July.
Oh God, yeah.
So that our monthly July live stream is for everybody.
Yes.
So we'll put up a posting when that's. I don't know what's
this is very possible that. No, yeah, probably end of July. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like last week of July. We'll see. Actually, probably the podcast will have probably the live stream will have happened.
Well, we'll put up a post. It was probably a great time.
It was great. I'm sure we laughed about a lot of stuff and
nobody died. Okay.
That we know of.
Okay.
Anyway, so join us next time because we will be watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 20, Father Before the Grave, and episode 21, Advance of the Fool.
Well, this is fine.
Until next time, I'm the Leather.
I'm Dara Women.
Peace.
Well,
Tits.
I can see how she tricked you so easily. You've always been a sucker for big boobs. I can't help it. I love them.
That's okay, sweetie.
It's all right. No, I never said a single thing.
They are very nice.
Sir.
Aw. Oh my God.
I don't know.
They're so cute.